Hello, welcome back. We're doing Baron Bird. And I'm Ron Rusty
Baron Burr? Is that like Aaron Burr?
What? No, the Bear and the Bird.
Oh. Bear and the Bird sounds significantly less video gamey than...
It sounds like a bar. The Bear and the Bird.
A gay bar.
A gay bar.
Because you know what a big gay guy is. He's a bear.
Well, yeah, but wouldn't the bird be a woman? 'Cause, I mean,
maybe it's
bird,
a skinny...
I've heard women being called birds before.
I know, but maybe it's a skinny, effeminate gay guy.
I mean, I guess. What if you had two bears who wanted to get together? Oh, fuck!
Of course, you put the image in my head, too.
The two big bear men.
Two big bear men hooking up. Oh, man, now I'm imagining, like, mountain men hooking up.
Great, I'm so glad I put that image in your head. Fuck! Ah, that's not good.
Oh, man.
Okay, gotta play this a little safe.
Hey, it's the fishy fish.
Because I actually haven't died yet.
You haven't, have you? You've got 9. What? They look so sad.
Now they look slightly less sad.
I'm coming out of it.
He's getting a little bit healthier. Just a little bit.
I mean, my mom died, but I got a lot of money out of it.
God damn.
Not so bad.
I mean, she's gone from my life forever, but at least I have cash money.
I have a lot of fucking money now. So I could finally go on that cruise I always wanted to.
Without her.
Without my mom! Oh, God! I wanted to show her the world!
I can show you the world.
Penis
Except not
punks.
because you're dead.
Okay. That sounds like some weird Arrested Development thing, like with the son and the mom who are way too close.
I mean, like, what's his name? Norman whatever?
Huh?
Psycho guy?
Norman Bates. He never had sex with his mom.
Are you saying that other guy did?
It's sort of an insinuation.
Dear Lord. I mean, I've heard of Game of Thrones, but that's ridiculous.
Okay. I've never watched Game of Thrones.
I've only seen the most of the first season. Like, I don't think I watched the finale of the first season. But it's super weird, because, like, I don't know, I might be walking to a minefield by saying this, but I have not been spoiled on almost anything by Game of Thrones past season 1.
I just know that there's a lot of incest. And that's
there's a lot of incest, and I know
there's
like
dragons.
Yeah, there's like dragons at some point, and the blonde, silvery blonde lady is like some queen dragon or something. I don't know.
You know, the thing is that I've probably read spoilers, but I've forgotten them because I'm so indifferent to it.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know how I've avoided it, but I have, and now that I've done it for so long, I feel like I just need to keep doing it because I will watch that series at some point. But yeah. I would like to get around to it someday. I just don't really have a good way to watch it. I want to get that HBO Go thing.
That's like more expensive than Netflix and Hulu.
Yeah, I think
and it's
so.
much more limited.
It's got a fair amount of content though. Like I wouldn't just watch Game of Thrones. Like I'd want to see The Sopranos and a couple
Oh,
other
The
things.
Sopranos is awesome.
You know, I actually looked up the finale to Sopranos at one point just because I was like, why does everyone bitch about this thing so much?
Because it just ends.
Yeah. Even like as not a fan of the series at all, like knowing nothing about it, I thought that is weird. Why did it just cut there? Like I thought personally, like there were like some shady dudes walking into the bar when he like right before the end. So I kind of thought maybe it cuts like that because what's his name? Yeah, what's his name gets shot in the face. I'm sure I'm not the first person to think of that, but
Yeah, of course. The creator recently said that he
I
hasn't
remember
been killed.
he didn't.
But he might later.
Might later.
Yeah, like not that.
Not at that particular
time,
instance,
but yeah, most certainly he probably would be killed later on.
Because it was all about mob stuff, right?
Yeah, and he had just pushed his luck at that point. So
I mean, I don't know
He
anything
spent
else
like
about
half
the
the
series.
season in a hospital bed, too.
Sounds like
Spoiler alert there.
yeah, for a however many year old show. Sounds like Hank in Breaking Bad.
He doesn't die. He totally lives until the last episode.
Last couple episodes.
Hank, he doesn't die.
And he doesn't make it out.
He doesn't. He arrests Walt and Jesse.
And everything is peachy keen.
Yep. And the good guys win.
Let's see. Did I already get the Jinjo over there? Yeah.
A lot of people say they didn't root for Walt in the end.
Oh, I totally did.
I totally did. I'd made it that far. I wanted him to win.
And he did, in a way.
Yeah, in a sense, yeah. Question is, did he actually die in the end?
He did.
Ooh!
That's slightly more intensely spoilery,
Yeah.
because that's fairly recent, but what the fuck ever.
I mean, the show is about a man who has cancer.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell do you think the ending
You
is going to
know
be?
he's going to die at some point.
He gets a death sentence at the beginning of the series and carries it out by the end.
Yeah. So the show does come full circle. Unlike The Sopranos.
Or it just cuts to black.
I've not seen any Mad Men spoilers, and that show's insanely popular. I just know because I accidentally watched back when I had cable. I just tuned into AMC when they were showing a repeat of one of the episodes, and I just remember this girl gets raped in the office floor.
Oh, well.
I'm like, I don't think I want to watch this show. And
That's a little fucked up, yeah.
Now that I'm watching it, I'm like, this show is super sexist, but it's based in the 50s, so that makes sense.
I thought it was the 60s.
It's the 50s. I think they probably go into the 60s, but it starts in the 50s.
That's barely an excuse, though.
Well,
I mean,
I
people
mean,
were
just
definitely more misogynistic back
think
then.
of what was on TV at the time. I mean, Leave It to Beaver was not misogynistic or sexist. The woman was put in a very specific place, and she did not deviate from it. That didn't happen until later. My French professor pissed me off so much because she called Andy Griffith's show racist and sexist.
Really?
Yes, she said, "Il est très sexiste et raciste." Are you? Have you even watched the show? There are black people on the show. There's no like racism on the show. No one says anything bad or treats black people badly on the show. And the women, especially Andy's girlfriends, are incredibly ahead of their time. They all stand up to him. They all do what they want. They all have well-paying jobs. Well, being a teacher, high school teacher is... Well, she's not even a high school teacher. She's an elementary school teacher.
When was Andy Griffith? 40s?
No, it was in the 60s.
Oh.
I think the first season was 1963. And it lasted for 7 or 8 seasons.
It was all black and white, right?
No, the last 2 or 3 seasons are color. Those are the dark years, though. They're not as good. Because Don Knotts left because he was going to be in movies. And they tried to replace him with a very bad actor. I mean, it's not really his fault, but at the same time...
I mean, if he's a bad actor, it
that
is his fault.
He was a comedian. He wasn't really an actor. He was actually a part of a comedy team with George Carlin, so apparently he was funny, but he just wasn't right for the show. And in the end, the show got so strange and out there, it was just not the same anymore. I've seen every episode several times.
I've seen it in passing.
Another show that I've seen every episode several times is The Cosby Show, which makes me edgy now.
Oh, yeah?
I've seen Cheers a million times. Let's see. There's got to be another show that I've watched a million bajillion times.
The series I've probably watched the most is Breaking Bad. 'Cause
I've only watched it twice.
I think I've probably watched it, I would say at least 6 times, probably maybe 8.
I feel like watching again already, and I
Every time I watch it, I see new stuff.
yeah, definitely. And I've got it on Blu-ray and DVD,
Nice.
so I should totally, before Blu-ray becomes obsolete, watch as much as I can.
I wonder what the 4K one is going to be called.
That's such bullshit. I don't know why they're doing it, because
Well, once they get to
physical
4K,
media is dying out. They should be investing in streaming and shit. Like, why, when Blu-rays are already in bargain bins and shit?
yeah, I mean they'll find some other way to distribute it. The only problem is file sizes are getting huge.
I know, and I don't know that people are going to jump on board with 4K. I could be totally wrong.
No, they are, because I mean, once it gets up to 4K, like 4K really does look amazing if you're looking at it on a 4K monitor. It's ridiculously crisp, but the thing about 4K is it's pretty much the maximum. Like there's no reason for resolution to get any higher than it, because it's pretty much the maximum the human eye can perceive. So
well, think about how I mean, there's like old movies that they're re-released on Blu-ray, but there's no reason for them to, because they were shot in specific resolution. And
well, that's the thing. When it's on film, you can do a lot to the film, like the just the straight up, like I don't know what you call it, but it's like it depends on what you take of the film. Like you can take the negatives of the film and do whatever with it. Like at the time, at the time, like they only had whatever it was, 480p or 360p. But since they have the direct negatives, they can take the exact shots that were done.
I think it was they weren't thinking of terms of resolution back then anyway, but
yeah,
because VHS is 480.
I mean, I don't know exactly how it works, but oh, is it?
Yeah. My flip camera that I used to film stuff, it's 480, so everything comes out looking like a grainy VHS.
I mean, 480 is not that bad. It's still perfectly watchable.
Oh yeah. I hate it when I'm loading a YouTube video and it automatically goes down to 144.
I rarely
fucking
have that happen.
hate that
Yeah, I hate it
so
too.
much.
I just wish there was an option to auto make it 1080p
I know.
before you even start the video, so that it doesn't have to be at 480p and then you select it to go up to 1080p.
I hate that. And they always I hate about playlists is that they have the autoplay that you can't turn off now.
Yeah, that is really annoying. I hate that. Like, that's one of the worst changes I've seen to YouTube. I mean, I see why they do it. It gets you to watch more videos, even if accidentally. But
yeah, it's so stupid. I have the automatic autoplay when I'm not on a playlist turned off all the time, but you can't turn it off for playlists. It fucking sucks.
like if you're watching a Grunt series or something.
Or just like my favorites list. I don't want to watch everything in my favorites list
Yeah.
at once. I want to watch a specific thing. That's why I put it in my own personal playlist. To save for later.
I typically don't use the favorites thing too much. Like I do a little bit, and I have some videos that I like going back and watching, but it's not really something I think about too much.
I've had one since 2009, or even no, it's been since 2008 because that's how long I've had my YouTube channel. So I have some saves from when I was still a wee boy in high school.
Wee lass.
It's kind of funny because it's almost like a diary. I can look back and I can remember what I was watching back then.
Yeah, I have noticed that. Like, you go back and see some videos from like 2011, and you're like, what headspace was I in at the time when I was watching this?
Yeah, and I always when I discover some channel that I've never seen before, and I see old videos of theirs, I'm wondering, this was out when I was in high school. What was I doing? Why wasn't I watching this then?
It's like the NSP thing. Like, I'm sure they've got videos from 2010
yeah.
or whatever that I would love, but I just haven't gone back to watch.
I think their first one was 2008. I could be wrong.
Damn, that's old.
I Just Want to Dance. That is a damn good song and a damn good video. It wouldn't take you long to get through all that NSP stuff.
I mean, they're only 3 or 4 minutes long.
Now,
this is one of the only bosses in the game.
why?
I don't know, they just didn't make many.
I mean, why did they make this? Why did they even put a boss here?
I don't know.
You're supposed to know everything, Hunter.
I mean, I don't know why they did certain things they did. I just know how it happens. It's pretty fun to fight, though. Boosh, boosh.
I think your food is starting to turn. Like, I can
it's been
smell it from over here.
Is it really that bad?
No, it's just like I like turn my head that way and I'm like, oh, Charlie's.
Old Charlie's.
Yeah, old Charlie's. That's pretty good.
I do my best. Only the best for the internet.
Every kiss begins with gay.
Yay!
Here's a stupid story. There's this guy in my fourth grade class who had a crush on the same girl that I did, but the difference is that she actually liked him back. And they gave each other necklaces, and her name began with a K, and it was like the silver K that he wore around his neck. So every time we saw him, we said, "Every kiss begins with K."
So of course. Because why would you not make fun of him for that?
I know a guy who got a blowjob from an IHOP waitress.
Oh, really now?
And they thought that she had the clap, and so they thought he had the clap. So every time he would come in the room, they
clap.
would start clapping every time.
That's pretty great. I'm glad I don't have the clap.
That's just well, you kind of have to stick your dick in something to get the
Yeah.
But
Oh, gee, thanks for pointing that out.
why would you worry about having STDs? I've never had a test for anything.
It wouldn't hurt.
I don't even know where to get one.
Probably just like, or whatever.
I can probably get one on campus.
Possibly.
I just don't. I know that. I just kind of know that I'm clean. But
Well, you could have AIDS.
I could have AIDS, but I don't have any symptoms.
Well, they don't develop for years, I don't think.
Well,
Like, I'm not saying you have AIDS.
HIV is, as far as I know, in most cases with HIV, you start developing symptoms within a few months of exposure. Of course, if you are exposed to it and you kind of know within the first 2 days, you can actually go to a hospital and get it treated and have it eradicated from your body.
That's pretty cool. I
I've
didn't know that.
heard that there is an actual cure for AIDS, but it's really risky, and that you have like a 50% chance of dying. Yeah. I don't know what that would entail.
That sort of sounds like bullshit to me.
Well, I remember some dude in high school, because I remember Martin talking about it. I don't know. This could sound like, I'm not a doctor. This could sound like total bullshit, but
Go on.
yeah, I don't think I have.
Okay.
I was just talking about what I was talking about, AIDS and cures and whatnot, could be bullshit.
I mean, I don't...
I've never had to worry about it.
Yeah, there
That's
you
the
go.
thing.
I mean, I don't think there is a cure for AIDS, because I think that would have been better publicized, even if there was like a 50% chance
I
of
think
dying.
it's because of the chance that you could die. I mean,
I don't know. I mean, it just doesn't sound likely to me because, like, AIDS is a thing that, like, even if the tiniest bit is still in your body, that's something that can reproduce itself.
Yeah.
I mean, it reproduces slowly, but once it's in there,
I feel like that's why it's risky. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. In fact, I came close. I didn't come close to failing biology. I almost made a B. I made a C in high school. And I took the AP course.
didn't everyone?
No.
Like, our school standards were shit.
Shut up, Hunter.
They were.
I was in the CP classes a lot just because I didn't want to be around the people in the AP classes because a lot of them were snooty as hell.
A lot of them are what?
Snooty as hell.
Oh, yeah.
And
I got some smart motherfuckers at our school, though. One girl working at fucking CERN for a while. One guy working at NASA.
What are you talking about?
I mean, I don't really want to say their names, but
Is it someone from my or your class?
yeah.
Okay, because my class, no sir. The girl who was thought of as the smartest in my class, she wasn't valedictorian, but she was thought of as the smartest by a lot of the teachers because she made good grades and she did a lot of like after school stuff, like she ran track, she was briefly in drama, just a bunch of different shit, and she bugged the living shit out of me. One of the last days in Maples class before we graduated, she would not leave me alone. I was reading Stephen King's Pet Sematary. I was trying so hard to finish it, and she was interrupting because she had nothing else better to do, apparently. And she was like, "What are you going to do when you go to college?" I'm like, "Be an English major." And she's like, "Well, I'm going to school at such and such." It was like something up north.
Because I'm superior.
Yeah, and I'm going to go to New York and be a journalist.
Yeah, good luck with that.
She lives in Carrollton now.
Not quite New York.
There is a... You would know who I'm talking about with this other girl. She was really skinny, really uptight, but she was one of Holcomb's favorites. And she played guitar and sang. Do you instantly know who I'm talking about? She was my age. And she was usually one of the lead parts in one of the plays.
Fuck, I'm drawing a
Her
blank.
first initial is C.
Yeah, I think I do. I didn't really know her there.
Remember
very
how
well,
uptight she was?
though. A little bit, yeah.
She hated me. She's going out. She's wearing like leather jackets and shit now, and she's going out with some dude who has hair longer than I ever had and a massive beard.
Longer than mine?
Yeah, it's longer than yours.
Damn.
Like it's like the weirdest like transition. Like she's all
punk rock now.
yeah, she's all punk rock now, which is bullshit. It's weird because I remember her covering Taylor Swift songs for the fucking. I think she covered a Taylor Swift song. I know every other girl did for the talent show. Did you even go to the talent shows?
I think I did. I wanted to do it. I wanted to be in it one point. And,
Really?
Like, yeah, play a little bit of piano or whatever, but all I knew was classical stuff, and everyone would have been bored by that. Oh shit! Fuck! Oh man, that's my first death.
That would have been amazing. Not you dying, but well, you've got 8 more lives.
Yeah, I mean, I've got way more than that. It only goes up to 9, but then
Oh.
this keeps counting. And I mean, I like to try to play this game without dying once, and if I'm ever gonna die, it's gonna be in that room.
I get that.
At least I got all the Jinjos and stuff before
I feel like we spent like
We've been doing this a while.
a quarter of this just talking trash about people we went to high school with. As you do. I mean, I did that with the girl I went out with in January.
I did that while I was in high school.
Well, of course. But, I mean, that was like half of what I would talk about with her. Like,
Oh,
we
don't
would
tell me I
talk.
got reset that too.
She actually got out my old yearbooks, and we pointed out the people that we wanted to fuck.
Nice. I gotta go back.
It's gonna flip. It's gonna flip.
Nope. I knew how long the timer is. I gotta
Are
go
you
back. and,
Rain Man?
What?
Are you Rain Man?
No, I just know this game backwards and forwards.
Have you seen that movie?
No. Yeah, don't be surprised by that answer anymore. Literally, just about anything.
I'm kind of wondering what movies you have seen, Hunter.
I've seen the first 2 Lord of the Rings.
You're not missing much. I'm not a Lord of the Rings fan. I haven't seen the Hobbit movies either.
I mean, I liked what I saw. Like, I was only paying attention for about, I don't know, 2/3 of it.
I'm not a big fan of like large-scale warfare.
I thought some of the shots were really impressive.
Well, I mean, yeah, they're visually perfect, but I've heard so many complaints about The Hobbit. But I've heard that there's a theory that Peter Jackson intentionally made them less enjoyable so that if you watch them in chronological order with the Lord of the Rings movie, that they would continue to get better, which is bullshit.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I can sort of see that being true, but that's a weird.
I don't
thing.
want to make them. Who does? I don't think anyone goes into something. I think they just talked about this on Grumps. No, they talked about it in Sonic 06. No one goes into something
intentionally wanting it to suck.
wanting to suck. I mean, there are rare cases of that, and it's tongue in cheek, but I mean, everyone wants it to be really good when they do something. So
Yeah, and it doesn't. The amount of time you put into it doesn't necessarily reflect the quality.
exactly, yeah.
Gears. Good. That's 12.
I mean, last night, I've been thinking about recording a new album. I think I may have talked to you about it, how I want to do one that's sort of like an ambient ASMR-y thing.
I think you mentioned that. Yeah.
And I wanted to, like, for people with depression like me, just sort of give them something to listen to. But I've already done an album like that.
Doesn't mean you can't do another.
Yeah, I wanted to do more strictly for that, though. And I recorded 4 tracks for it last night, and I was like, these are shit. But then sometimes I record, and every single track will be perfect. And then later on, I'll say, oh, this wasn't as good as I thought it was. Or sometimes I'll think that something was bad, and then later on I'll listen to it and like, oh, this is actually pretty good, yeah.
Damn it, that's only 8. I'm missing one somewhere. Let me think. Because the next jiggy I gotta get is, I say I already got 100, but the next jiggy I gotta get is the propellers one. I gotta get to the back of the ship super quick. Oh, you know what? I might not have picked up the dolphins jiggy. I think I might have missed that last time I played this game too. I'll just have to check. Actually, I think that is the one I missed. So I'll just go back and get that. I'm sure if someone was actually watching this and caring enough to comment, they'll be like, what the fuck? Why didn't you get the dolphin jiggy?
You gotta be a dolphin.
Or if I did get that dolphin jiggy, they'll just be like, what the fuck? Why did you
I
not
don't
think
remember
you got the
anything
dolphin?
about a dolphin.
I saved the dolphin from the anchor.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you got the jiggy, right?
Yeah, the jiggy appeared, but I'm just not sure if I grabbed it.
I don't think anyone would care if you double check. Is there a set number in each level of
Yeah,
jiggies?
there's 10 in each level. They're going by the metric system. 10 jiggies, 100 notes.
This game gets so strange.
It is pretty strange. But that's why I love it. Everything just feels the way it should. Did I not save him? Oh my god. Was I really so stupid that I didn't even raise the anchor?
I didn't even remember anything about a dolphin, so that's why
Wow, I'm a fucking idiot, because I went in there. I can't believe I fucked that up that bad. Okay, well, I'll get it now. But yeah, see, there's the dolphin. And the anchor.
I'm drowning. Could you help me, please?
Oh, I know what it was. Okay, so I did raise the anchor last time,
Yeah.
but I didn't get the jiggy. And then when I died, the whole level reset. So I have to do it again. Boosh, 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 boosh.
That's your house alarm, right? That makes that loud.
What?
Is that in the game?
That was in the game. Mine makes our house alarm makes a pretty similar noise to that, though. Like the dinging of the honeycomb pieces.
Yeah. Okay.
It was like,
I remember.
front door.
I remember Aaron talking about there's some alarm noise when he was listening back. There's some alarm noise at the end of something. Is it like when you? Is it when you get a jiggy that there's an alarm noise? No. There's some like, I think it's
In this game?
yeah, I think it's after when like you run out of time for something and there's like a
Oh yeah, it's like a...
what the is that your house alarm or is that in the
No,
game?
that was the air bubbles replenishing.
Okay. So,
It does sound very similar to my house alarm, I'll give you that.
okay, because I'm like, that is super fucking loud. And I'm like, if that were my house alarm, I think it would drive me insane.
I can still hear it every time someone opens or closes the door.
Well, that I can understand, but I was like, someone is going in and out of the house a lot.
Alright, well that was the second to last level. And this episode ran 32 minutes long. Alright, well, I think we've just got the one more. And then the Grunty quiz, and then Grunty yourself. So we're looking at probably another hour's worth of play, and then we'll be done.
Really?
Yes.
Awesome. All in one session, too. Beat that, Gamble Grumps.
They can't do it.
Every time they're like, I'm going to speedrun this. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
you're
good luck.
totally going to.
They're definitely not going to be distracted by talking about dicks.
Well,
I mean, we've been pretty distracted by talking about dicks too, but I know what I'm doing.
exactly. And we all know what we're doing with dicks, too. We've had them our whole lives.
Alright, well, it's been fun. So we'll see you guys on the next one whenever you decide to watch it. I'm probably going to upload these all at once, so you can watch us right now.
Bye.